So kind of like fast forward into We Own the City.
Mm.
You talked a little bit about it earlier. You played an officer on there. How well, first of all, like how exactly did you go about getting that process the role for that? Or did
Um,
you
I reached out. Mike, rest his soul, reached out to me, and I reached out to George Pelecanos to see if there was even anything for me. And he advised me to reach out to Pat Moran, and of course, I have a relationship with her. I mean, I've been knowing her since I was 16, so she had me read and gave me the part.
Mhm.
Right.
what was that audition process like?
Um, a typical audition process. It wasn't like, Chris, okay, you got it. No, I had to read and then wait for the call back and read again and then wait for the yes or the I guess the offer letter. And that it was that. Like it's nothing's given to you. You got to work for this shit. Because it's like it's a privilege. It's definitely a privilege.
Do you feel like that's something you had to learn, especially with like, with Savino, that character, you said you kind of basically got that just off of being the extra in the
Hmm.
courtroom versus with We Own the City, you actually had to like, read and audition for it.
So the part that humbled me was the in between. Um, when I so after I did The Wire, like I said, that first season, I ended up going to prison. I was sentenced to 5 years, off suspended with 3. And during that time, I was in Baltimore penitentiary. And one day we were up in rec, and as I was coming up, I could hear the show playing. They're watching the first season of The Wire, so I'm like, "Fuck." So now I'm like, "Okay, what episode are they watching?" Because I'm not in all of them. So let me see, like maybe I'm not in this one. It's the one I'm in. So I'm up there and we shooting pool, and I know the episode, so I'm like, "Fuck," my face about to pop up. But by this time, I've cut my hair and everything, so I'm like, "Ain't nobody gonna recognize me." So the guy I'm playing pool with, he's looking down at me and he's looking up at the screen and he's like, "Is that you up there?" And I'm like, "Nah, man." I'm like, "Nah." So I hit the ball. He's like, "Yes, it is." That's the same fat ass nose I'm staring at. Like, so his next question was, "What you doing here?" And bro, I had like, no justifiable reason for me to be in prison, bro. Like none. I wasn't protecting my daughter, wasn't protecting my mother, none of that shit. I went out here and I made a dumbass mistake. So it was from then when I was like, shit, I don't belong here. Like I really threw something like that away. So he talking to me like, man, if you get out of here, bro, when you get out of here, stay the hell out of here. Like you got something different. Like you're different. Like, bro, you on TV? This is HBO, but you in here. So when I got out, of course, Ed Burns, like I said, brought me back for the last season, gave me another opportunity, and then from there, I had to take it and run. Like I always say I threw a monkey wrench in my own machine because I may have been further than what I am now, but it is what it is. Like I am who I am because of that. So
When when you when they the Savino character story happened where you had went to prison, were they, if you hadn't have went to prison in real life, were they gonna like bring you back like earlier, or did
I
they
believe
plan
so.
to? Okay.
I believe so. There probably would have been talks of me around the third season because the second season, and maybe even the second season. Um, but I know for a fact that I probably would have came back around the third or the fourth season if I wasn't locked up. So them bringing me back in the fifth season, it was cool. It was the last season. I made it. I made it back just in time. So, but yeah, I think I probably would have came back a little sooner. And maybe not sure. I'm not going to say this, but somebody might have got my storyline. You know, but it is what it is.
Do you Well, so with We Own the City, what's the difference like from playing a cop versus like playing a street kid like Savino? Like,
Um, shit, it's a big difference. You wearing that damn bulletproof vest and that badge. But as far as mentally, I don't honestly feel like that I took that much of a mental jump because I know Baltimore officers, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I know officers that they just put the uniform on, because they need to either take care of their family. They're not really, out here trying to do a whole lot of paperwork. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I kind of took me portraying Brian Harrison. I'm here so I won't get fired. That type of shit. Like, you know, but you're not going my character, you wasn't gonna get me mixed up in the bullshit that they was mixed up in because I already knew that the new state's attorney, it was a lot. So yeah, my character, it, I don't think it was any different from me playing that street kid.
How did it feel like working on another project with David Simon?
Like home. Like it was pretty much all the same faces from wardrobe to makeup, hair and makeup. Like it was literally everybody from The Wire, even Teamsters. Like it was just the same family. So it was like a family reunion. Like we're all older. Like I'm 40 now. You know what I'm saying? 16 when I did the show. So it's just like it was a family reunion.
Did that make it easier
Absolutely,
coming on to work on that set, knowing that
absolutely,
it was David?
absolutely. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like yeah, I can't even say anything else. That it was like being back at home.
So, what's your take on how like Baltimore is represented in like the media with like shows like The Wire and just in general, like when people hear about Baltimore, they think of a certain way or they got a certain image of it.
I mean, but it is what it is. Like the shit happened. Like it is how we once were. Shit, with the GTTF, that whole case, that shit happened. So it's not like I can't be upset about David and them writing something that actually happened. Like whether it's portrayed good or bad, it's good fucking television and it's good writing. Like I'm not one of those ones like, oh, why they always gotta no fucking show it. Like it's not really harming us or bringing us any good, but fuck it, show it. Doesn't make any difference to me.
When you were filming, did you realize how special The Wire was or what it was gonna?
Hell no. Hell no. No, sir. Not at all. Like you don't know something of that magnitude, you don't know until later. 20, like right now, you got 22, 23 years later, and it's still going down as one of the great. I'm having a fucking interview about a TV show that I did 22 years ago. That lets you know right there that it's still one of the greatest television shows in history.
So, do you, as far as like Baltimore, do you feel like there's enough opportunities in Baltimore for like young like somebody like for you like if you were a young actor in today's time?
No, 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 no. You have to leave. Like you got to leave. It's not. We don't have enough theater programs. We don't have enough uh, TV shows coming through there being filmed. Like you got Atlanta and shit. I mean, I moved to LA and it wasn't. Uh, I got some work out there, but I moved around a time where things were transitioning. So Baltimore's not the place, though. You definitely have to leave. There's no ifs ands or buts about it. You gotta if you want to really work, you gotta go.
Do you think it could ever get to that point where
Yeah, if somebody brings the work to the city, like every I don't know 10, 15 years, we get a big television show that'll come, um, but we don't get anything on a regular. Like so, it's just like how the hell is somebody that's really trying to break into this business supposed to work if nothing's coming to the city? You got to move away. You got to leave.
so how does it feel like seeing the Baltimore culture like get like kind of broadcasted to the mainstream like especially like with The Wire like people really got a glimpse of like how you all talk, how you
Yeah,
all live,
yeah,
all of that,
yeah,
your music and everything.
yeah. I mean, I appreciate it because going out to different cities or whatever, and when they find out I'm from Baltimore, it's funny to me to hear them automatically try to talk like us and, say little things. It's funny to me, and it lets me know that no matter how big our city is, we have an impact, and we got an impact on pop culture only because of The Wire.
So when if somebody like for example, like when Chris was asking like who Young Leak be to like figure out who's from Baltimore or not, like you I'm sure you knew who that was
Yeah,
already, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He got a song. All right, so when they were doing that, bro, when they was walking around saying that shit, it was funny to me because it's like the names that they're saying, I'm like, oh shit, he's singing that fucking that Shake It and Jiggle It song. You know what I'm saying? So it was hilarious. It was hilarious. That's funny, man. Yeah.